In store between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Now it's Newton. His throw incomplete. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Now Newton. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done, keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry, always hard to find, and when you've got it, you don't want to let it get away.
They go play action here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. first down, it's Newton. And it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Vernon Butler breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tono Passigno coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeJuan Smoot in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a second down. Throwing is Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Goodman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Newton now on second down. And he's going to go down again. Nick Perry In there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to fire one deep. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On second down, McCaffrey. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On first down, Rodgers. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
That's caught out left by Perriman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards through the air on a first down.
So it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Rodgers now on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Rodgers again now. Got him in open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
This one taken from the 7. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
To throw on second down is Newton. Sammy Coates has it complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now Newton on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 50, Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 41 yards. Out of the gun, Newton. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Looking middle, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, Montgomery. They find some open field here. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Rodgers handing to Montgomery, and he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Rodgers. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 6 on the play. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rodgers to throw on second down. And he floats one there, incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Rodgers. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. And Frank's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second. He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Room here to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Montravius Adams coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Around the NFL, 2nd quarter down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. This one taken from the 7. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here's Newton. Hard throw, incomplete. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here's Jeff Locke now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This is fielded at the 27. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now Franks for the extra point.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
It's good to make it 17-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and with the receivers trying to the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper
guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out. My friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner, shows it there on 3rd down, very proficient, and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip in with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Now Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Matt Ryan with 1 touchdown pass thus far. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. This is caught with a catch right side. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And Frank's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And the Panthers coming out now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 2nd and 10, Newton again. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mike Daniels. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Around the NFL, third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. It's the Ravens who are leading in that one. Kirk Cousins with one touchdown pass thus far. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink.
Defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Dewan Smoot in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example.
Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. To throw, it's Rodgers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Dewan Smoot in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Brought in by Coates. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Red zone opportunity. On first down, Newton. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
To throw on second down is Newton. His pass caught at the 4. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
They got to have 6 here. It's third and goal. Now Newton. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. K1 short. In there to get him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing is Rodgers. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 7 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fella's got the memo. and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Around the NFL fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Kirk Cousins, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Out of the gun, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Third and long. It's Newton. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run. On first and 10, Newton. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it second and 12. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Here's Newton now on second down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards and it moves the sticks. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Panthers on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there. And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off. Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial. That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And it was the Browns that wound up winners in that one. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup. and get set as we resume action. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that score.